He was just a man looking for a haircut, but a red MAGA hat turned his visit into a battleground of assumptions and bias. The barber thought he was protecting the shop's reputation, not realizing he was making the biggest mistake of his career. When the truth came out about who the client really was, everything changed. This wasn't just about a hat. It was about respect, redemption, and the lessons we learn when we're forced to confront our own prejudices. It was an ordinary Monday morning at Trend, a bustling barber shop known for its chic interiors and sharp stylists. Michael, one of the shop's top barbers, prided himself on his ability to keep clients looking trendy and professional. The shop had become a hub for young professionals, influencers, and anyone looking to stay on top of the latest grooming trends. Michael, a tall man in his early 30s with a meticulously groomed beard and an air of perfectionism, took immense pride in maintaining the shop's upscale reputation. As the shop hummed with the sounds of scissors snipping and clippers buzzing, the door swung open, and in walked a man who immediately drew every pair of eyes in the room. He was in his 40s, with a clean-cut appearance, dressed in simple jeans and a white t-shirt. What made him stand out, however, was the bright red MAGA hat perched on his head. Michael froze momentarily, his well-trained smile faltering. "Morning," the man said with a friendly nod. He walked to the waiting area, sat down, and began flipping through a magazine. Michael's initial reaction was disbelief. "This can't be real," he thought, glancing at his colleagues for confirmation. Most of them avoided eye contact, but a few exchanged uncertain glances. To Michael, the hat wasn't just an accessory. It was a statement, one he believed clashed entirely with the inclusive and stylish environment of Trend. When it was the man's turn, he approached Michael's station with a polite smile. "Hi, I'm ready," he said, gesturing toward the chair. Michael hesitated for a moment, then crossed his arms and fixed the man with a scrutinizing look. "I'm sorry, sir, but I can't serve you today," he said firmly. The man raised an eyebrow, clearly taken aback. "Why not?" he asked. Michael gestured vaguely toward the man's hat. "We have a certain image to maintain here. Your attire isn't in line with our shop's atmosphere. You'd be better off at a different barber shop." For a moment, the man looked as though he might argue. Instead, he gave a short nod, a tight smile, and said, "Got it." He turned and walked out of the shop without another word. As the door closed behind him, Michael felt a surge of satisfaction, believing he'd upheld the integrity of Trend. Little did he know, this was only the beginning. The atmosphere in the shop shifted almost immediately. Conversations between the staff became quieter, and a few employees glanced nervously at Michael. One of them, Elliot, a younger barber known for his easygoing nature, finally spoke up. "Mike, was that really necessary?" he asked cautiously. "The guy just wanted a haircut." Michael turned to him, his expression resolute. "Elliot, this isn't about just a haircut. This is about the image we project. That hat, it's divisive. It's better for everyone if we avoid that kind of tension." Elliot nodded reluctantly but didn't look convinced. A few other employees murmured in agreement, but the mood remained tense. As the day went on, whispers began to circulate among the staff about an ongoing citywide inspection by the Professional Barbers Association. Rumor had it that the association was sending undercover inspectors to evaluate customer service and professionalism in local shops. "You think that guy was an inspector?" one of the junior barbers asked during a break. Michael scoffed. "Doubt it. He didn't exactly look the part. Besides, even if he was, I did what was right for our brand." But as the day wore on, a seed of doubt began to take root. What if he had misjudged the situation? Michael pushed the thought aside, reassuring himself that his actions had been justified. After all, he was protecting the shop's reputation, or so he thought. The following morning, Michael arrived at the shop early, eager to prepare for another busy day. As he adjusted his tools and tidied his station, the sound of the door opening caught his attention. A sharply dressed man in a tailored suit walked in, exuding an air of authority. "Good morning," the man said, his voice calm but firm. "I'm looking for the manager." Michael stepped forward, extending a hand. "That would be me. How can I help you?" The man's handshake was brief, almost perfunctory. "My name is Mr. Carter. I'm with the Professional Barbers Association, and I'm here to discuss a complaint we received about your shop." Michael's confidence faltered. "A complaint?" he repeated. Carter nodded. "Yes, a client reported being denied service here yesterday. He claimed he was turned away due to a political symbol he was wearing." Michael's stomach sank. Well, that's not entirely accurate," he stammered. "I was concerned about maintaining the atmosphere of the shop." Carter raised an eyebrow. "You mean the hat?" He reached into his briefcase and pulled out a file, opening it to reveal a photo of the man Michael had refused to serve. "That client was one of our undercover inspectors," Carter said evenly. Michael's heart dropped. Carter's voice was calm but carried an edge of authority. "Your actions yesterday were unprofessional and in direct violation of our association's code of ethics. As barbers, it's our duty to provide equal service to all clients, regardless of their personal beliefs or appearances." Michael tried to explain, his words tumbling over each other. "I didn't mean any harm. I thought I was protecting the shop's reputation." Carter's expression didn't soften. "Your job is to serve your clients, not to judge them. The association takes incidents like this very seriously. We're offering you a chance to correct your mistake. You'll be required to complete an intensive training program on ethics and customer service." Michael nodded quickly. "Absolutely. I'll do whatever it takes." Carter closed his file. "Good. Consider this your one and only warning. Any further violations and we'll have to reconsider your standing in the association." As Carter left, Michael sank into his chair, overwhelmed by a mix of shame and relief. He'd been given a second chance, but the experience had shaken him to his core. Over the next few weeks, Michael attended the required training sessions. He learned about the importance of inclusivity, the dangers of bias, and the value of treating every client with dignity and respect. The lessons were humbling, but they sparked a transformation in him. When the man in the MAGA hat returned weeks later, Michael greeted him with a genuine smile. "Welcome back," he said. "Let's get started." The man raised an eyebrow but smiled back. "Glad to see things have changed," he said as he took a seat, and this time they both left the shop with satisfaction.